Hello and welcome to the vlog. This week started with where we left off last week, continuous cleaning and moving things around. I am at the secondary entrance now, carrying away some of the old kitchen furniture. When we bought this property, the roof was leaking in multiple places, the kitchen being one of them. Every time it was raining outside, water would leak inside the kitchen. Some of the kitchen furniture was destroyed and full of mold. My father dismantled that part of the furniture and left it on the hallway. I'm moving it closer to the fireplace since we'll burn it later on. I removed all decorations from the walls, an old key holder and a wooden shovel. Cleaned the secondary entrance hallway so we can move on to other things now.
I just wanted to show you before I start cooking that yesterday I bought some beans from the market and I let them soak up overnight. Look at this bean. These are ginormous. Can't wait to see how they taste. I leave the beans to cook and they take a bit longer, probably because of their size. When they are finally done, I taste one. It's good, though maybe I should have added a bit more salt. While the beans are cooking, I saute some onions, carrots and a few spices. Then I mix everything together, adjust the seasoning, and that's pretty much it. They taste the same as regular beans. After we finish eating, I decided to bring down a wooden wall shelf from upstairs. I've been using it as a little decoration shelf, but I figured it will make a perfect spice rack down here in the temporary kitchen. I start by placing my wooden spatulas just to see how it looks and how much space I'm working with. Then I grab my boxes of condiments and spices and begin arranging everything. All the little jars, bottles, seasonings I reach for almost every day. I line them up, moving things around until they make sense. It's actually pretty relaxing finding a place for each one and seeing the shelf slowly fill up. And since I'm already in organizing mode, I add the cutting boards too. They fit nicely and it just makes the whole corner look a lot more put together. The days keep getting shorter, and even though we are running out of daylight, we still decide to hop in the car and drive to a nearby Austrian city to pick up some groceries. And of course, I can't walk past the candle aisle without taking a quick look at what they have. It's basically impossible. Even though we have the same supermarket in Hungary, the vegan options and the organic produce selection are so much better here. I'm really glad we made this trip. My wallet is definitely less excited, but I am. The only annoying part is that everything is still new to me, so I have to check every label, and not all of them have ingredients listed in English. And if you are wondering why Robert isn't the one shopping since he actually speaks German, well, he's not the biggest fan of grocery shopping. I am. Plus, someone has to stay with Atticus, because dogs aren't allowed inside, and we are not ready to leave him alone in the castle yet. He still needs time to get comfortable with the place. Back to shopping. We didn't have much time before closing, so at one point I just stopped reading labels altogether and decided Robert could deal with them later at home. And yes, I got a little carried away with the processed food. We usually don't buy that much at once, but here we are. My phone storage filled up pretty quickly, so I'll show you everything I bought once we get home. Robert unloaded the shopping cart and then we went back home. Let me start with the raspberries, then some almond spread, an Asian salad, some gyozas, another almond spread that I know I really like, organic popcorn, pickles, snow peas, broccolini, a lentil curry, which was pretty good by the way, some sausages, vegan bacon and some patties, garlic, blueberry oat yogurt, bread, more bread, a mango, stuffed pasta, more sausages, even more sausages, mortadella, and my proudest find, coconuts. I also bought some organic salad, another spread, some onions, cheese, more coconuts. Since we moved, I didn't find a place where to buy them till now. I basically emptied the shelf when I saw them. Continuing with the soy spread, organic cucumbers, more bread, some apple juice, chestnuts, more organic cucumbers, some umami spice blend. Now let me show you the total. 132 euros. What do you think? Not that bad for how many products I got. At least I believe.
Good morning guys, so today marks the beginning of the second week since we moved to the castle, and today finally I have the chance to get a bit outside. Previous week it's been raining on and off and we spent most of the time inside cleaning up the main areas of the castle so we can have a clean place to stay at. But today it's time to move outside and do a bit of work outside as well. So right here I received this leaf blower from my brother-in-law and I'm gonna put it to the test. I need to clean up the whole terrace. As you can see, it's a mess, it's full of leaves. And then if this one goes well, then I'm also gonna try to blow some leaves from the alley and from around the castle. So right here is the secondary entrance to the castle. I would like to clean it up, and then if you go this way you can see it's the main alley that goes to the main entrance. So let me put you on a tripod and see how this is gonna go. Let's see if this is a better position. Yeah, I think this works. So let's turn it on. Not sure how much battery it still has. Okay, so I think this was pretty successful. Looks clean. So now let's try the alleyway and see how that's gonna go. Okay, so I just ran out of batteries. Batteries were not fully charged. It has 2 batteries. Gonna put it back to charge, but still I think I did a pretty good job. So let me turn the camera around and show you the result. So you can see here the secondary entrance. We cleaned it up pretty good, and I wasn't even on full power, so it has like 4 levels of power plus turbo. So this is the result here. I'm gonna put it back to charge the batteries, and then I'm gonna get out again because there are way more leaves that need to be blown. So considering that this leaf blower was a gift from my brother-in-law, and considering that it's the first leaf blower I ever have, there is nothing to compare it to for me, and I think he did a pretty good job. So I'm definitely gonna use it, and it's gonna do a lot of work for me here around the castle. This is the charger, and these are the two batteries. That one is in. Yeah, it turned on. So we have red, half charged and full charge. So empty, half charged, full charge. So let's see how long it's gonna take. And then we're gonna go back out again. Okay, so while the leaf batteries are charging, I'm gonna put together a Billy bookcase. We have a white Billy bookcase that we use for shoes because we're losing control of the shoes on the ground. We have shoes everywhere and no place to put them. So I'm gonna put this Billy back together that we brought here. I'm gonna put it on in the hallway, and so we have some space for the shoes that we currently use. So let's get cracking on it. Okay, so here is the white Billy bookcase that we used in our previous apartment as a shoe rack. So I'm gonna put it together and then I'm gonna bring it out here on the hallway in the tower. So maybe I'm gonna put it right there so we have some place for our shoes. I wanted to put it here, but it's not, this pillar is not wide enough. So Billy bookcase for shoes, it's gonna go there. The entrance is right there, so pretty close. Let's get going. One side, and then this one is the second side. So here I have all the bits and bobs, all the screws that belong to this bookcase. Hope I don't miss any. What's up, doggy? What's up, doggy? Yes. Okay, so the Billy is done. I just need to lift it up, put it into place, and put in the shelves. Let's do that. Okay, here it is. Let's move it. So the Billy bookcase has been completed. I'm gonna let Thais wipe it clean and fill it up with all the shoes. I'm gonna go check on the batteries for the leaf blower, and then I'm gonna head outside to blow some more leaves since it's amazing weather. Okay, batteries seem to be fully charged. So let's take it outside and continue cleaning the leaves around the castle. Okay guys, I'm back outside with my brand new leaf blower. This behind me is the alley to the main gate. I'm gonna attempt to clean it all, and if I still have battery left, then I'm gonna have to go around the castle and clean the rest. So let's go. Okay, so I finished the driveway and it looks something like this. It worked pretty good, and I lost one bar on both batteries. So it's not green, it's orange or yellow. Now I'm gonna continue around the castle as long as the battery lasts. Hopefully I have enough to finish the main part. so it looks clean and nice. Okay, so here is the end of the driveway, and I'm gonna try to clean more around the castle, see how long the battery lasts. I would say not too bad, but the batteries don't last too much. So I'm already on red. Probably gonna go for a few more minutes. And the power is on level 3 out of 4. So let's get it charging and do something else. This day was also the day we expected our first package at the castle. We weren't sure if the courier is gonna find us in the middle of nowhere, but it seems that it has. I forgot that Thais ordered a huge box, so I had to carry it all the way from the gate to the castle. I think a trolley would be useful here for such things in the future. What did you order? The package doesn't fit through the back door.
The
First
essentials.
delivery, yeah.
So the courier found us in the middle of nowhere in Hungary. That's good.
Good morning, it's 7:30 a.m. It's a Thursday today. It's a very windy day. It's been very windy since last night, and I hope it's gonna die down later today because I have a project in the front of the castle at the main entrance. But before that, I have to get dressed and run into the closest city. I need to pick up a package from there and run some errands. I ordered some door and window seal that you can stick to the frame around the window and the door, because some of the doors and the windows don't shut correctly since they are very old, and I want to improve the insulation for this winter since we are heating the whole thing. And after I come back, I'm going to take you outside in the front of the castle and explain to you what I want to do there. So let's get dressed and run into the city. Recycling. The closest city to us has an old town in the center which is surrounded by a park. Every time we go to do some chores, we try to take some time and walk the dog. It's a beautiful park, and this time of the year it looks spectacular. Atticus is always excited to have a walk around the park. Now that Atticus had a walk, we picked up the package. I took some empty bottles to recycling and ran into Tesco to buy some water, and it was time to get back home.
van. 16 000-ért nyithat, oké? Mert ott nem fogom tudni elérni.
It's afternoon now, it's almost 2 p.m. and this is what I was talking to you in the morning. So I'm in front of the castle at the main entrance and I want to clean all this mess that you see here along the wall. I have to take this to the workshop back and then I want to clean up all those buckets over there that you see and remove all the grass that is growing close to the building. And then with these pavers that you see here, I want to dig up here the dirt and then extend a bit the entryway with the pavers so that when it rains and we come back home, it's not that messy over here. But first I need to get my medieval looking cart from the garage so I can carry this to the workshop. So let's go get the cart and then move these ones first. This is my medieval looking cart. We found it here. Every time I use this cart, I feel like a character in a medieval age game, like Age of Empires or stuff like that. These are very heavy, so let's see if I can move them by myself, because when we brought it here, my brother-in-law helped me. Okay. We use them to clean and fix the entrance door, so we can use it. That's it, let's go. I think it's easier to pull it this way, walking backwards than forwards. Oh. It's not gonna fit. I did not put them on properly. I'm not fitting to the door. Let's try and fix that. Let's see if it's enough. Almost. I think I'm gonna fit. Oh no. Not gonna fit. Okay, you know what? I tell you what. You coming off. Come on, you bastard. Okay. We're gonna take them one at a time. Done, finally, took forever. So I'm back, I moved those things to the workshop. I parked my transportation mobile over there, you can see my cart. And now let's take some measurements and see exactly what kind of a grid we're gonna create with these pavers. So Thais was saying that I should lay them on top rather than bury them, but I still think that if I make them level with this step, it's gonna be way better. So the pavers are 40 by 40. 4 of these makes 160, so I can fit 4. So we have, so I never did anything like this in my life before. In my mind, it should not be too hard. We just dig the dirt out, put in the pavement and call it a day. So I'm gonna just roughly mark out and then start digging. I might hold the tools like a complete moron, but as long as I do as long as I achieve what I want to achieve, I don't really care. This is so freaking satisfying. I'm gonna do more of this. Yes, I know that this is not professional. I did not mark anything on the ground, but it's just a temporary solution, so I don't need to get too complicated with it. Okay, so I dug up about one row and I have these concrete pieces here, probably from the step, and I'm gonna check if my paver fits above it. I'm gonna leave it. If not, I have to break it. So let's try it. It's too high. I'm gonna look for a hammer and then break it up a bit. Or maybe I can do it with the pickaxe. Let's see. Okay, so one is out. This one was easy. Let's see if it's better. Yeah, I think this is gonna work. Great. Let's see if we can fit 4 as I predicted. Okay, so I just had a chat with Thais and I think we decided we're only gonna put 2 rows of pavers because 5 is gonna stick out way too much from the building. So we're gonna only do 2 rows and then stop it right there. Okay, so from this angle you see better what I mean. So the sidewalk ends right here, so it's not 2 pavers, it's a paver and a half, but if we do 2 pavers, 2 rows, it's gonna be more in line with this sidewalk, small sidewalk around the buildings. I would like to finish it today, but it's gonna be dark soon, so let's see if I can do that, even if it's not perfect. Pavers are not exactly the same size. This one is a bit too big. Let's try another one. Now the last one. Let's see how good this is gonna fit, and then clean up around it and be done. Have a feeling that this is gonna be way too low. Yeah, way too low. I have a very scientific tool here to make sure that these are even enough. Yeah, this corner is low. I can see it without my measuring tool. That corner is too high. I think this is good enough. I'm gonna clean up around it and be done. We have some sand here, old sand, that I'm gonna try to fit in between these It's not perfect, it's not clean, it has some grass seeds, so weeds are gonna grow, but still better than nothing. So okay, so I'm done. This is the result. We ended up with 2 rows of pavers. 5 would have been way too many and would stick out too much, but this is good enough so we don't bring so much dirt back inside every time we come home.
While Robert is working outside, I start cooking for us because we've completely run out of food. I need to batch cook a few things so we have leftovers in the fridge for the next day or 2.
Good morning, I am back at the main entrance where I worked yesterday afternoon. I have to finish the cleanup here. I also want to remove, you see, all those green weeds that grow between the sidewalk and the wall, all of it, so it looks nice and tidy. So I have to remove all these pavers from here. This is what I did yesterday, and then I will continue around the tower to clean up everything here. Have to remove all those buckets and everything you see there, all the mess. And then on the secondary entrance I would like to relay these pavers because they look absolutely terrible and there are a lot of weeds around it. And then probably remove these iron doors that are here for safety, I'm not sure. We also had similar doors inside, and then that one, the double one, was at the main entrance. So I would like to clean all of that up and move it away from here so we have a nice and clean front of the castle. Let's use this medieval cart again to put in the pavers. Hope it's gonna be easier to carry. These are pretty hefty. Oh my God, this is way too heavy. Yeah, I think this is more than enough. Where the hell am I gonna carry them? I think I'm gonna carry them to the workshop. Holy mother. So 6 definitely too many. We have 1, 2, 3. I have 6 left. But I'm rather going twice because it was too heavy. 3 is enough. Let's go. This is definitely a good warm-up. Final 3. Definitely heavy. Holy cow. I have this root here that I want to get out. And here we have another medieval looking equipment, wheelbarrow.
While Robert keeps working, I get back to the cooking. I start by sauteing some Brussels sprouts, then toss in cooked pasta, a bit of oil, soy sauce, and a mix of seasonings. Once that's going, I move on to the potatoes. I cover them with water, set them to boil, and while they are cooking, I throw together a quick salad. I add beans, cucumbers, iceberg lettuce, red pepper, and shredded carrots. Then I drizzle olive oil and lemon right over the top, sprinkle in oregano and a little cayenne for some heat, add a pinch of salt and mix everything together. By the time the salad is ready, the potatoes are done. I drain them, add salt and vegan butter, mash them until they are smooth, and then set them aside. After that, I saute some onions and garlic, add vegan gyros, definitely not its usual purpose, but I want something saucy for the mashed potatoes. So I finish it with tomato juice, turmeric and oregano. I let it simmer for another minute and then turn off the heat. I just finished cooking. This is what I managed to do for today. Hopefully it will last for the weekend because today is Friday, so let's show you what I made. The salads that I made are for just now after we finish filming, and some leftover in the fridge. I did some mashed potatoes with some vegan gyros on the side. For me, I did some lentil pasta with snow peas and broccolini. So these are gluten-free for me. And for Robert, I made Brussels sprouts pasta that are like normal wheat pasta. So that's it. Probably you saw Robert assemble this billy behind me, and right now my job is to fill it up with shoes that are for autumn winter. We have around 3, 4, maybe 5 boxes of shoes to go through, so let's get started. And I have a little helper here. Are you gonna help me find the shoes? Yes? Are you gonna help me with the shoes? Yes? Yes? I think this should have been higher because they are fitting but barely. Let's move it up. I will still keep this box. Maybe I can compact anything that we don't need in this box, so we can flatten out the other boxes that hopefully will be empty. These are summer shoes, they go in the other box. Great, so one less box. Whew. Shoes. This one is pretty heavy. So here we have more sandals, and flip-flops, and Let's put them in the other box with summer shoes. These are kind of autumn, so I'll take them out. Let's put them here. Autumn shoes. This is the fourth box. These are actually new. Didn't get the chance, Robert, to wear them. I'll put them here. And they have extra laces. I need to do a box with the miscellaneous stuff like the accessory stuff and cleaning supplies for shoes. Well, that's it for this box. This could be autumn. Put them here. And that's it for this bag. I moved the shelf again, so let's see. Yes, fits better now. So this is almost the final result, but I'm finished for now because we do have some more shoes in other places. I need to go and get them, but for now that's it.
Okay guys, so this is it for this week. I did not manage to finish today everything that I had in mind, but it's still better than it was. So what I managed to do yesterday, few hours, and then today is to put down some pavers in front of the main entrance so that we don't bring so much dirt inside every time we come back home. I also pulled out some weeds around the tower on this side, and then the same way on the other side. I cleaned up all that mess that you've seen before in that corner over there. And I also cleaned up some weeds around the secondary entrance. Let me show you that. Okay, so you can see here at the secondary entrance, I cleaned up the pavers, but I will pull all of them up and put them again recessed inside the ground the same way I did over there. I think it's much cleaner and it looks way better. So this is still left to do, and then all of this side it's left to do. I have to carry away those heavy iron doors and then clean all the weeds all the way to the end, and then the same thing is left over on this side. On this side I only need to remove the weeds and clean up the sidewalk, so it's nice, and then I can call it done with the front of the castle. So let me step a few steps back and show you the whole thing. It looks like this now, clean, more inviting, and it's just the beginning. And now when you head out from the tower, from the main entrance, it looks like this. So you're not stepping outside straight on dirt. You have 2 steps in front of the door that are clean.
Thanks so much for hanging out with us until the end of the vlog. See you in the next one. Bye bye!